in the world of cloud automation and DevOps, there will be situations where we will need CLI authentication or authentication from any automation scripts or programs to Google Cloud. In today's episode, we are going to take a look how we can create authentication mechanism from any CLI or automation scripts. For that, what do we need? I've already logged in my Google Cloud account, and obviously I will need a CLI platform or any kind of automation platform where we can run some codes. For that reason, I'll be not taking the Cloud Shell, which is pre-authenticated. I'll be taking something else. Instead of doing that locally, what I am going to take, I am taking Microsoft Azure Cloud Shell, which is actually not having the Google Cloud CLI installed. And we are going to take a look how we can install Google Cloud CLI in any platform. So let's get started. First thing first, I need to install Google Cloud on my Linux machine or any other machine wherever you are running. For that, we can go to this documentation. Obviously, link will be in the description. There are some recommended steps which you can follow along with the repository like apt or yum. In my case, as I am running from a Cloud Shell which is from Azure, it does not allow those kind of commands. So we can manually install the CLI. Let's see how to do that. This is a simple command which is using curl, and let me copy this one, paste it. It will basically download the zip files and it will start installing it. Once you hit enter, as you see, it is downloading that and it is asking where to install it. So the home directory or the default directory is fine with me. I'll be hitting enter. Now it is extracting all those files. Oh, I do not want to improve. Type in n and hit enter. Now it is installing those basically bundles. Do we want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. So default directory and everything is fine. I'll be entering it. Now it is done. But if I type in GCLOUD, still it will not work. I need to do one more thing. As I have installed it manually, first I need to get a path where the commands will be there. So let me check that. If I put ls, this is the folder which it created after running that command. So let's go inside. cd Google Cloud SDK, again ls, and let's go to bin. cd bin. Here you'll see the GCLOUD is there. If I type in GCLOUD file over here, you'll see the command is getting executed now. But we do not want this method. We can type Google Cloud basically from anywhere or GCLOUD. So what I need to do, I'll be getting the path with pwd command. This is my path. I'll be simply taking this path and I'll be adding that to the path variable. So the command looks something like this: export path, which is the name of the variable, $path, which was the existing path, whichever path it already holds. Along with that, I'm giving a colon, and this is the new path. Simply, I'll be copy pasting this, hit enter, and let me come out of this and let me type in Google Cloud now. Even tab autocomplete is also working. Hit enter. As I have not given the arguments, it is giving the options. But yeah, now Google Cloud is installed and we can type in Google or GCLOUD command from anywhere. Now we need to set up the authentication and authorization. For that, I'll switch my screen to Google Cloud. So from Google Cloud screen, I'll be clicking on this hamburger menu, top left corner. I'll be simply hovering my mouse to I am an admin. Now let's click on service accounts. Service accounts, you can think this as an end user account which is specialized for automations, not for any human users. So let's click on that. Ignore the previous one, which is a default service account, and I'll be simply clicking on create service account at the top. And I need to provide a name to that, maybe DL episode 1, anything like that. And it will automatically take your ID if it is unique. Otherwise, it will add some random values to it. Description, that's optional. Create and continue. From this screen itself, I can provide the role, or else we can do it later. But let's do it now. So if you click on select a role, you'll get this basically filter option, and let me search for storage admin. Any role, whatever role you require, you can provide it. Storage admin. And this is the one. Storage admin grants full access buckets and objects. So I'll be taking that one. Click this, click on continue. I'm going to skip this optional part and click on done. Now my user is created or the service account is created. Permission is there, but I need to have some kind of authentication passwords, right? But you cannot have password here. Instead of that, we will be having keys. Key is nothing but a file. So let's see, once I click on keys, you'll see this option called add key. just click on that. You'll get two options. So I'll be going with the new one. I'll be creating a new key. Create new key. JSON is fine, which is recommended. Click on create and it will download one JSON credential in your local desktop, and it is downloaded, and this is the download folder. And let me do one thing. Let me just rename to something simpler, which is key.json. This is renamed. There are two methods. I can take this file and upload to my Cloud Shell, which is Azure Cloud Shell, or we can take another method. Maybe download upload is prohibited. What I can simply do, I'll be extracting the content of this, but let's see what is the content of this key.json. And if I open in a notepad, you'll see it is having multiple lines and with some secret keys over here. But multiple lines, we cannot take it and copy it in the Cloud Shell. What I need to do, I'll be opening a PowerShell over here, or any kind of tool where you can run some commands. Specifically bash will be good option, and let me switch to bash. And if I put ls, all the files should be there. What I'll simply do, I'll type in cat key.json, then pipe tier-s. I want to basically replace the new line characters with a space. So space is in this single inverted comma, and /n means the new lines. So there will be no new line. Every text will be in a single line. Let's see how it is. Hit enter. I get this entire text, and let me grab and copy it. From here to here, copy it, and let me meanwhile paste that in my notepad. And I can set this as an environment variable. And for security purposes in your automation platform, this value can be fed from any self-starting script or anything like that. I'll be simply putting export, then whatever my environment variable name is, it can be anything. For example, equals to, in the single inverted comma, I'll be pasting the entire value. So I've pasted the entire value, then hit enter. Instead of uploading that, now how can we make this value into a key file? For that, what I'll do, and let me put ls now, only that Google Cloud SDK folder is there. So what I'll simply do, I'll type in, or let me clear my screen now, echo -n. This is the environment variable, and I can basically put a double quotation around it just to denote it as text. So echo -n, your environment variable, then the greater than symbol, and whatever file name you want to create. So maybe create.json. This file name can be anything. And as I have not given the path, this means the create.json will be created directly in this folder or directory wherever I am in. Hit enter, and let's put ls now. The create.json is created. Let me have a look. Cat create.json, and my value is set. Now we have to do a couple of things. First, we need to set up the account with that particular service account. For that, I'll be coming out this service accounts window. Then I need to copy the email ID of that service account. I can simply click on this copy button, and I need to type in gcloud config set, then account. And what is that account? That account is this email ID. Let me copy it. This is my environment. Paste. Now account is set. We need to fire up another command. Again, for the next command, I'll need this email ID. So let me copy that. This command says gcloud auth activate service account. That means it is going to activate the authentication using this service account. And what is our file name? That is create.json, which we have created right now. So simply I'll be copying it. gcloud auth activate service account, and this is the service account email ID, then the key file, which is create.json. Hit enter. Now service account authentication is activated, and we can optionally set the project in the configuration so that every time we want to run our CLI commands, we do not have to pass the project argument. Let's do that. gcloud config set project. Then I need to set one project ID. Let's come over Google Cloud Console. I'll be clicking on the top, and here is my project ID. Copy it, paste it over here. gcloud config set project. It is giving some warning. That's fine. Click yes. Okay. Now let me open the storage window, which is cloud storage and buckets, and let's open that in a new tab. We'll see there is no cloud bucket created in this account or project. There is no bucket as we see on our screen, and we will be doing that from the CLI, which is basically our demonstration. And for that, I'll be simply firing up gcloud storage buckets create, then whatever my bucket name is, that will come after gs:/. That is the format, and I want to create that in a particular region. So that is -- location. My region is US West 1. Let's grab that, copy it. Let's come to that development environment, paste it and hit enter. Somehow it is saying I don't have access. Let's check that. Let's go into the service account. Key is there. Permissions. Maybe the permission is missing. This can happen. Let's go into that IAM and let's see the permission. It has storage admin. That is strange. That was really weird. Let's try that same thing with and this time maybe let's create another one. Another service account. Create and continue. Select a role. Storage admin. Basically I have used that service account name earlier just for testing. That time it worked. Maybe it is conflicting with that name, though I have deleted that. Storage admin again, and I am giving that at project level. That should not be a problem. Click on continue, click on done. Let's go inside. It is showing enabled. That's fine. Keys, create new key, and again it will download the JSON. Create. The file is downloaded. Let me rename that with some new one. New key, something like that. Cat new key tr-s. Replace that with a space. This is my new value. Copy this. Remove the old one, paste it, export, if I can spell it right. New GCP key equals to this one, end the single quotation, hit enter. Then echo -n $new GCP key, new key.json. This will create the new key. Let's see, ls, yeah, new key. And we'll grab that authentication key again. And I need to change this one, right? Close this prompt, back. And this is my email ID this time. Copy it, update this one, and key file will be new key.json. Copy the entire line, paste it, and let's try to run that create command again. GCLOUD storage buckets create. Okay, this time no error, and I got that issue. I created that service account with the same name and deleted it, again recreated while showing this demonstration. Maybe that's the problem. Let's go here and refresh the buckets. And here is the bucket. In simple words, we can install GCLOUD CLI anywhere. We need to create our service accounts. We can provide whatever roles that is required for that particular job. We can use the key, and obviously we can log in using this method. All the commands and relevant links will be given in the description. Thanks for watching. Let's meet in some next topics.